All right, guys. Welcome to episode, I believe, 4 or 5 of Harmonious Hour. And today is a very special episode. I don't think I've ever been so nervous for a Harmonious Hour or a podcast ever. But we have Ice Poseidon as the guest today. Thank you so much for coming through, dude.
Yeah, for sure. What's going on, man?
Bro, I honestly, I really appreciate you coming through because, number one, we're a a tiny channel. We have less than 25K subs. We're like at 24K. And you are at this point just like, everyone has heard the name Ice Poseidon. I feel like everyone knows about you, at least to some sort of degree. So it's like a high tier, celebrity, content creator celebrity, like, working with a very up and coming, low level, low tier content creator. So I really, really appreciate it.
I did my research on you beforehand, and I respected the content. So of course, anyone who does interesting stuff or, respects, like if they have respect for me and they do interesting stuff, yeah, I mean, I don't really care what your sub count is.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. What research did you do? What did you see? Oh god.
Well, I watched a couple of your streams before I came on here. You did the balloon thing yesterday, and then I saw some other stuff. I just looked you up, some videos and stuff, and I was like, okay, I fuck with this guy.
Oh, dude, I really appreciate that, man. Well, the first things first I want to say is I already kind of made a mistake where I forgot. Oh, I know you live in Texas, and also, yes, this is the first Zoom Harmonious Hour we're doing. Or not Zoom, Discord. But I knew you lived in Texas, but I forgot about the time zone difference. And you had messaged me like an hour ago or hour and a half ago saying like, hey, man, are we going to do this? And I was just like, oh, shit, I completely forgot about the time difference. So I already forgot about that. But I was going to ask you, you've been living in Texas like for like a year or two now, and you lived in LA for a while as well. How do you like the difference between being in Texas compared to being in LA now?
Texas is way better, dude. Like, it's not even a competition.
Really?
LA was cool. Yeah, LA was cool, but like, dude, you spend so much money and you have all these fucking crackheads and homeless people, and the city's fucking disgusting. Everyone's a fucking clout chasing motherfucker. Like, there's no real, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, there's real people, but it's like everyone's just trying to be like an actor. I don't know. The place is just like got a cloud of like shit around it, and
Yeah.
it's got like weird vibes like everywhere. But I mainly moved out because it was I just didn't think it was worth the money. The taxes are awful. The fucking everything's expensive, and yeah, there's homeless people everywhere, and garbage, and fucking bullshit.
Yeah, the taxes, it's like something you probably don't, a lot of people won't realize because, no one really gets to that tier of income, like compared to someone like you, I guess. But like the taxes thing that I've heard is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like I've heard Adam from No Jumper say 50% of his income is basically just taken. You know what I mean? 50% of everything he gets is just taken. I'm like, bro, that's insane, But that's a California
Yeah.
thing.
It's really horrible. I mean, you can, if you have a good tax attorney, you can negate a lot of things, but it's still like way more expensive than somewhere like Texas that doesn't
Yeah.
even have state tax or state income tax or whatever.
Oh, wow. You don't
Although the property tax.
in LA, I feel like there's this feeling of like there's always something going on, and especially in Hollywood or West Hollywood, there's always like people on the streets to talk to or something like that. You might run into weird people, but it always feels like there's people around and something's going on. You never feel like kind of like lonely or there's like less people around in Texas.
No, I mean, there's plenty of things going on. I mean, Austin's a pretty bustling city, dude. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
as
you live
big
in
as
Austin, so it's like one of the more popular cities.
Yeah, it's not as big as LA, but I mean, dude, LA I think has what, 3 million people? Austin I think has like 1 million. Like there's still a shitload of people.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's pretty up and coming, but with the kind of content that I'm doing nowadays, I usually bring people to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really have to go search for them too much.
I see. After leaving LA, why'd you choose like to go to Texas instead of going back to Florida? Because I know Florida is where you're originally from, but like, would you like never ever want to go back there? Do you just like not like the place?
I mean, I would go back there. It's fine. It's pretty boring. Like it's like a retirement place, I mean, Miami's cool, but Miami's pretty much the same thing as LA, so same problems.
I see.
Just cheaper taxes. But Austin, it's just a nice place. I don't know, and it's like up and coming. A bunch of content creators live here. A bunch of people live here. Like it's a lot of conventions happen here. Like it's a pretty happening place.
Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. One of the things I wanted to ask you is like I remember hearing this. I don't know if this is true or not, but I think you even said this before. How you've apparently been banned from streaming in LA. Is that one of the reasons why you left? Is that even true?
I mean, something like that. So before I left, the city of LA wanted me to get a bunch of permits because obviously, you know, there was a lot of problems surrounding my streams, and you know, a lot of city officials were continually getting involved, and I, you know, always getting the fucking police were coming
That was
to
around
my
the
house.
mansion days that this happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there was like, we were disrupting the entire fucking neighborhood, and like the city of LA, they wanted me to get permits. And I'm like, okay, well, I tried to explain, okay, what if I do an IRL stream? Do I still need a permit? And they said yes. And they said, you have to get a permit for every city street that you film on. And I'm like, okay, so basically a permit for every street in Los Angeles or something. And they said, yeah. And then it was like, each permit I think was like a few $1,000s or
Oh my
something. I'm like,
fucking
okay.
god.
So they're just like, okay, they just clearly didn't want me to stream there, and obviously that's unrealistic, and other streamers don't have to abide by that. But it's because they were like watching me, and they just wanted me to stop.
Yeah,
So
that's so weird. I remember.
was,
Sorry, to cut you off. What were you gonna say?
I said that was one, like, a part reason. Like, I think I could have like found a way around it if I just moved to like a different neighborhood. I don't think they would have cared. The neighborhood I lived in was just very high class or something, and a lot of like famous people lived there, and I think they just didn't want me to fucking stream around there, honestly.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Because I remember at one point when you lived in like a bunch of different apartments in LA, but in one of the apartments you lived, you said that for like a year you were like swatted every day, and I was like thinking like I feel like at that point the city would probably try to get upset, not 2-3 years later when you have a your own private fucking mansion, not an apartment anymore.
Well, I mean, the police were still coming. I just
Oh
wasn't.
my fucking god, dude.
I just wasn't showing it on streams. I was hiding the fact that the police were still coming because you don't want to give attention to that.
Yeah. Okay, that's really smart. How long was your break from streaming? Because you've been back to streaming already for like I don't know, like a week or two now, I believe. But how long was your break exactly?
About a year.
A year.
It was almost exactly a year. Yeah.
And I remember I saw in one of your other interviews you said you needed the break just because like the thing you were getting bored of the streams. You're saying like it felt like repetitive or something like that. Was that break good for you?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I had been doing social media for years, like 6, 7 years, and I never took like a huge long fucking break before, and I was just so enwrapped into like the social media life, and like really cared about what people were saying about me online, and it was like fucking with me, and I was also bored of streaming, and I was just like, I had a fucking breakup, so I was fucking sad. And then then I got fucking canceled for crypto, and I'm like, all right, this is just too much. I had to just take a fucking break, and
Yeah.
yeah. But being in real life for a year, like I limited my screen time on my phone to like 4 hours a day,
Wow.
max. So I really didn't use my phone. I wasn't on social media really. It was very clean, and I found, I just went out, met new people, like real life, normal fucking people who aren't in social media. And I realized that the online world isn't real. You know what I mean? Like, people online, it's just bullshit. It's all just fucking bullshit. People in real life don't give a fuck about anything. Everyone just is a normal person. If you're nice to them, they're nice to you.
Yeah.
Whereas on social media, people are fucking like savages. But that's not real life, and I had to like remind myself of that.
Okay, no, that 100% makes sense. People keep telling me, I'm sorry, I got distracted temporarily because people keep telling me to mute the Discord, the little doo-doo. I don't know how to do that. I just try to do it, and I think I just maybe leaked some information of mine. So I don't know. I'm scared to try again right now. I think we'll just have to deal with the little noises. I don't know how to fucking mute it right now, but that makes sense, dude. Because it's just like, especially for someone like you said, you're dealing like with that type of stuff in LA. Especially for someone who's a content creator and a successful content creator, you're just gonna attract the wrong crowd potentially, where people are just like really interested in knowing you for a certain reason. You know what I mean? But like if you actually meet a person on the street and you just have a normal interaction and just talk to people, it just feels way more genuine. You know what I mean? Like, but in LA, people will recognize you. They'll be like, or someone will tap them on the shoulder, be like, that's that one guy or whatever it is. So yeah, that's really good to hear. But so now that you're back to streaming, it's just like, what's on your mind? Like, what's on your? I heard you say that you felt like the YouTube streaming world was kind of like lacking in actual good content. You know what I mean? So do you feel like that's your goal right now, just to bring back the streaming community or the fun streaming community on YouTube?
Well, I was talking about the Twitch
Oh, okay,
content,
okay, okay.
not the, but the streaming the streaming content in general is like pretty fucking bad. Like for the most part, there's only a few people that have like that put effort into their streams to make it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I'm like, okay, I think I need to like try to do some shakeup or something. And I was like, okay, I want to come back making content because I enjoy making content. I just needed time off to get my mental health straight and
I see.
my body as well because I was like living a super unhealthy lifestyle. But and I came back and I was like, okay, and I know what makes good content, so like I already know my streams are way better than everything on Twitch.
Yeah.
I mean, some people may be like, "Oh, but your viewer count is less," but I don't care. Like, I still have better content, whether they watch or not. The content is objectively better. Um,
I would agree. Like, there's a lot of big names on Twitch where you just hear their names in YouTube news or like Twitch news or just in like you just hear their names floating around because they're so popular. And I've taken the time to like tune into a lot of these people's streams, and every time it's just like it just seems like you hit this pinnacle or this like level of success where you don't really have to worry about the content just because you already know that, oh, I'm gonna have these viewers tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna go anywhere because there's no really competition really. Like someone on my level that's trying to do something better. It just feels like it's all kind of like it can be the same. I agree. Or the
well,
bikini streams.
the Twitch platform does not encourage people to make better content. YouTube encourages creators to make better content because if you don't make good content, it recommends other channels. Whereas Twitch, you get high viewership, you're always at the top, you don't have to do shit, you get a bunch of money for doing nothing. Why the fuck would you do anything? If you do anything different, you might get fucking banned. Like, why would you do anything? Also,
Yeah.
Twitch, the site, like, it's not about the content on Twitch. It's about more so the parasocial aspect. Twitch is good because of the community and because of the chat room, not because of like the content. So Twitch is a parasocial site more so than like a content site. People who watch Twitch are not watching for content. They're watching to be like friends with people in the community and like
Yeah,
be
yeah.
friends with like the streamer, and it's just a different vibe. On YouTube, it's just a different world.
I see what you're saying. Like on YouTube, you might see like a celebrity streaming or whatever, and the person or the viewers are joining just to be like, "Hey, I love you. Hey, you're the best. Hey, I love you. Hey, you're the best." But on Twitch, you more like might likely see like it's more of like a social group or just like a social conversation where the chat's actually coming up with jokes with one another or just talking to one another and all that stuff. So I see what you're saying there. Do you like right now more and more Twitch streamers are moving to YouTube, and it's like become kind of a conversation where like people are saying, "Oh, is something going to happen to Twitch? Or is everyone moving to YouTube?" Like, do you think it's a potential for that culture or that Twitch culture or that chat culture to move over to YouTube or a different platform?
The chat culture definitely cannot move to YouTube. The chat on YouTube is unable to have a
Yeah,
chat culture like that.
it kind of sucks.
But that's fine. There's just going to be a different culture that gets established on YouTube. That's not like exactly a Twitch culture. I mean, people have like the extensions or you get Twitch emotes and stuff, but it's just not the same. But there's going to be a new culture that gets made. But I think it's pretty obvious Twitch is not going to be around in like 10 years, maybe less. I mean, dude, they are. I think the 50-50 cut thing they just did right now,
Yeah,
where they lowered it from 70 to 30,
for the
30.
big creators.
Yeah, for everyone. Yeah, that's a huge indicator that Twitch is needing money. So I don't know if you know this. I don't think Twitch has ever profited
Oh,
any
really?
quarter.
Wow.
Like they have a horrible business model, and I remember talking to a Twitch staff about this like years ago when I was on Twitch myself, and they basically Twitch Prime kind of fucked them. So it helped the creators and it gave Twitch a huge edge. But now it's like they're bleeding fucking money because they're giving everyone basically free money for the Twitch Prime. And also, how's Twitch making money? You have to fucking run ads. Nobody wants to run ads because, that makes the viewers hate the content creator,
Yeah.
and that makes the viewers leave and watch other people.
Exactly.
So now Twitch is like forcing people to run ads, and it's just like the business model, it just doesn't work with Twitch and like the culture they've made. And if they remove Twitch Prime at this point, they've set such an expectation that people are going to be very upset with them. And, I just think it's very obvious. The 50-50 cut is like a desperate move for Twitch to try to make more money.
Or some money, like you're saying. Jeez. You're saying they're unprofitable,
Also,
so that's like try to make some profit.
Also, they're letting everyone stream on YouTube now. Even if you're a partner, you just can't do it at the same time. That also tells me, I think Twitch is getting ready to shut down in a couple years. And I think they're letting people expand and like, you know what I mean? Like grow elsewhere in the meantime. Because I feel like, I mean, I streamed on Mixer and like a month before, you know, fucking Mixer shut down, it was like, they were just doing weird shit behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That was like didn't make any fucking sense. So like why does Twitch let people stream on YouTube now if they're partners?
That's interesting.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's interesting. But it's weird because I've had so many people ask me like, hey man, I want to get into streaming. What's the best way to get into streaming? Like, should I go in through YouTube? You know, YouTube, you have to hit these like these certain these goals to even be able to stream. But I always tell people like, dude, like streaming on YouTube sucks because there's no live tab. There's no like live section. You literally have to kind of be subscribed to someone or know someone to actually, you know, go to their to their live stream. And I always tell people like, you're kind of almost better off starting on Twitch, trying to build something there and then moving over to YouTube. But if Twitch is gone, and YouTube doesn't fix their shit or their chat, it's like our streaming culture is going to be kind of crap. Don't you agree? I don't know.
Well, no, I do disagree on that. I think nobody should start streaming from 0 viewers. That's not how you grow as a streamer. If you want to be a streamer, you have to do something else. Right now in today's day and age, TikTok would be great. You grow on TikTok, or you grow on normal videos first, and then you start streaming. There's no fucking way you start 0 viewers, no other content, streaming, and you get big. There's no way.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah.
Network.
No, exactly. Like, dude, just my streams, for example, like I would not have 99% of the viewers I had if I did not work for No Jumper. You know what I mean? It was like always Adam shouting me out or people seeing me in a No Jumper vlog or something like that actually, you know, people ended up going over to my channel or whatever it is. But like I agree 100% right. If it was just me by myself streaming, it would have been damn near impossible. Like I grew my channel to 600 subscribers beforehand just through doing skateboarding videos and shit. And I had like, out of the 600 subscribers I had like 2 or 3 viewers from those skateboarding days actually pull up to the, you know, to the streams or whatever. So I feel like streaming is just like super fucking difficult to grow. You know, you kind of have to transition into it after a certain point.
Yes, you do. But also I just thought about it. To be honest, on YouTube, if you just stay live for a super long period of time, YouTube will just recommend your stream. So I mean, I get recommended these fucking like 2-3 viewer streams all the time that are like, they're like studying streams or they're like copying the lo-fi chick, but it's like in real life and they're just really studying for like 12 hours. And I get recommended that shit because I don't know, I think YouTube, like their algorithm, they recommend like super, I don't know, maybe it's because people click and then they leave and that's like views. I don't know. I don't really know why, but if you do like a super long stream on YouTube, I think it gets recommended a lot.
Yeah. All right. I'm super sorry about this. Can we take like a 1-minute break or no, a 30-second break? I'm gonna cut this out of the live stream, but I want to try to figure out how to mute these Discord notifications because ever since I said it, now it's getting worse. So does anyone in the chat?
Go to user settings.
Wait, hold on. Let me go on stream. So it's just that. Okay, go to user settings.
Yeah.
All right.
Go to notifications.
Okay, where the fuck is that? 1 second.
Under app settings.
Okay.
And you should be able to turn off like fucking noises and shit.
All sounds. Disable all notification sounds. Thank God, dude. Thank you so much for that, bro. Holy crap. That was so... Okay, now we're back. All right, I will cut that little part out. So, I'm super sorry about that. All right, we have it figured out. Also, apologies to anyone who's listening to all those noises. We were using Discord, so that's why. Okay, since we're talking about the whole streaming thing, one thing that kind of blew my mind. You obviously heard of XQC, like the biggest streamer right now. One thing that blew my mind is I heard something about his streaming schedule where he streams 10 hours a day for 364 days out of the year. And I was just like thinking like this is probably why he's the most successful streamer, right? Is because he's streaming just endlessly. And and I was just thinking, like, dude, I have a girlfriend, right? Like, and we specifically don't do anything on Saturday so that we could hang out with one another. But if you're streaming every day for 10 hours a day, it's like you can't have a relationship with your family, friends, or girlfriend. Really, it's like you're just streaming and going to sleep. It's like, what do you think? And also, I've heard other people talk about how, like, yes, that's the hustle, that's the streaming schedule you got to hop on to be successful nowadays. And I'm just like, that seems so unreasonable and also unrealistic.
I mean, to be honest, no. I mean, dude, like XQC is a special example. If you're already a big streamer, then sure, that could work for you. If you are a streamer that gets low viewers, if you do that, you're going to destroy your life for no reason. And you're going to get less viewers because you're going to get fucking boring. If you give your audience too much content, you're going to oversaturate yourself and people get bored of you. XQC is different. I personally don't know what it is because I've tried watching him and I don't really understand what he even says. But like, I guess I kind of get it. He's just live all the time. He's high energy. But I think it's the chat, bro. I think really it's the community. I don't really think it's him in particular. I think he's just lucky. I think it's his community that has made him where he's at because his chat is funny.
I see.
And if I ever watch his stream, I'm literally watching his chat, not him.
I see. That makes sense. That's interesting. He just kind of like just the host of this like kind of public talk or whatever in a certain way. He just happens to be the host.
That's what I think. I mean, and I only say that because I don't really, like I said, I don't even understand what he's saying.
Me neither, really. I've tried to listen to him as well, and he's Canadian or something like that, right? It's like, yeah, I can't really understand him either. After you watch for a while, you probably might be able to understand.
But also, I would not tell any streamer to set that schedule. That's a horrible fucking schedule. That's a horrible precedent. You literally sacrifice your entire life. I mean, you make a shitload of money staying live all the time, but dude, like there needs to be, at some point, like, I mean, it depends. If you're making millions of dollars, sure, it's worth it. If you're making like 10K a month, 5K a month, it definitely fucking not worth it.
You
gotta have a life. No, you gotta have a fucking life too, bro.
What if you're a person who's never made 10K a month, and then you're in those shoes who's making 10K a month, and you're like, dude, I don't want to lose this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna break my back trying to keep this thing going no matter what. It's like, I
mean, it could be worth it. I guess everyone is different and everyone has their own values, but a 10K a month isn't gonna significantly like change your fucking life. I mean, obviously, if you're like working at McDonald's and you get 10K a month, it will change your life to some degree, but it's not going to make you like multi-millionaire status is what I mean.
Yeah.
Whereas XQC, he does this for 10 years and now he's like $100 million. Okay, that's worth it. If you do something, this for 10 years and you have $1 million, I wouldn't say it's worth it because you've sacrificed your entire life for $1 million. And I think that's something you would regret.
Yeah. Down the line.
Me personally.
You got to think, like, at some point you're going to be, potentially an old man. You got to look back on your decisions, and hopefully you'll be surrounded by friends and family and not just $1 million or whatever it is, So, yeah, that definitely makes sense. But as for the stream schedule, what is the stream schedule you're trying to, like... I've heard you say this before as well, where you said it's impossible to live a healthy lifestyle while maintaining a consistent stream schedule. So are you going to... Are you actually agreeing to enter on a unhealthy lifestyle right now, or are you going to maintain some sort of like strict stream schedule so you can actually be healthy at the same time?
So I definitely have to say healthy. I have to, because healthy, like if you're healthy, then your mental health is good and like you're motivated to do stuff. So I'm going to set like expectations and boundaries, and like I already told my viewers, like, until my boxing match is done, I'm probably only going to be streaming 3 to 4 times a week because I need to focus on the boxing as well, and it's hard to do both. But, I definitely will, like, no. And then even after the fight, like, I'm going to do a subathon in Japan. That's probably going to, I mean, best case scenario, that stream lasts an entire month. But I'm also going to try to stay healthy as well. Like, I might spend an hour per day of the subathon and doing like working out or something. And like, I'll just work it into it. But I definitely will prioritize health over streaming, but still being able to stream, it's a little bit more difficult.
It's super difficult. Yeah.
There's always a way. You know what I mean? There's always a fucking way.
You got to sacrifice hella shit. But then also, you're saying you limit yourself to 3 to 4 hours of phone time a day. Like, with streaming, it's like, and also like, I don't know, keeping up with probably like, getting thumbnails made, getting, clips made and all that stuff. It's like you're going to spend a lot of more time on your phone and like in front of a screen, right? It's like, it's almost, no?
I still do I try to keep my phone time under 5 hours a day. What I do is I wake up and I don't look at social media. I just wake up, I go make my fucking breakfast, go box, and then I just think of ideas for my stream. I write them down in my notes when I, on the drive to the boxing gym, and then I come back home and I try to set up a stream, and then I just do it. And then after everything, at the end of the night, I'll go on social media, I'll go on Discord, and I'll just, talk, whatever. Or maybe during the day sometimes I'll go on Discord or whatever. But I try to limit, because if I'm sitting there on social media, fucking Twitter and shit, looking at my notifications, reading my messages, I'm not working, I'm being inefficient with my day, and I need to be as efficient as possible if I'm going to stay healthy and stream at the same time. You cannot have any inefficiencies in your life.
Exactly. Are you going to try to break the stream record? Because I know Ludwig has a stream record for like 30 days right now, and all you would have to do is hit 31.
You can't break the stream record, bro. There's this chick on Twitch. Her name's Emily CC. She's been streaming for almost a year straight on a subathon.
No.
So ain't no way I'm breaking no fucking record. But but the thing that's different is I'll do a IRL subathon. So I'm not gonna be sitting on my computer, It's gonna be difficult, but I'll do it. That'll be a record.
People have been asking me to do a 24-hour IRL stream, but I always tell them, like, dude, like, my phone, I only stream from my iPhone right now. It starts acting weird after 3 to 4 hours of streaming. It's the chat starts lagging. I might start lagging. The stream will start effing, and I'm like, yes, you would have to use the whole backpack stream setup with the DSLR. But how long could you possibly keep that going, dude? Just keep switching out battery packs, I guess, somehow.
I mean, you can keep it going indefinitely, bro. I mean, me personally, I have 5 fucking battery packs. And I have like 7 cameras, and if something starts overheating, just switch. And then I have 2 phones, so if I streamed on my phone, I switch to a different phone. Because you can set when you go live on YouTube, it doesn't turn the stream off until you hit end stream in the dashboard, so you can switch phones and do all this, and usually it's the same VOD. Yeah, I mean, IRL streaming's fucking expensive, and you just have to spend the money and get the multiple of the same equipment.
Exactly. The way I look at IRL streaming, like the way when I do them, is like, it's what the people want and ask for, and it's 100%. Yes, I agree with you. It's like unprofitable, and like it doesn't. If I were to just IRL stream, the channel would die. You know what I mean? Like I would have to like start slowly doing other things just because it wouldn't be able to sustain the channel. You know what I mean? But it's what the people want and like to do. So I always tell myself, like, dude, I always have to like kind of at least do 1 or 2 or at least like 4 a month. You know what I mean? Just because it's like I know what people want, and I'm gonna just sacrifice the time and money to do it. But it's like a sacrificial thing. You know what I mean? But it's definitely can't be consistent.
Could do. This is what I've started to do is I do IRL streams with a goal, and those could do well because that video could actually go viral. Maybe like your stream VOD could go viral if it's a good title and you have a good goal, instead of just like a normal IRL stream where you go talk to people, because like that's not going to get clicks after the stream is over. But if you have a goal that's interesting, then that will get clicks after, and then the ad revenue is good. Like I did a stream where I door dashed to fucking California like a year ago or something, 1.5 years ago, and that idea was like pretty good, and it got decent views after the fact, like after the stream was over, and I mean my ad revenue on that was pretty good.
Oh wow, okay, that makes sense. Do you go back and like insert ads and all that stuff or whatever afterwards?
Oh dude, I mean of course I throw hella ads in my shit.
What's your like minute ratio? Because for me, I kind of follow this like every 15-minute thing. I'm like, all right, every 15 minutes I'll throw a little ad in there. What's yours?
Hey bro, I think on that DoorDash stream I threw like 75 ads or something.
Oh my fucking god.
Because like, okay, this is how I view it. Most people have ad block.
100%, yes.
YouTube Premium, right? So I'm like, all right. So the people that are watching on their phones, basically, they're either gonna watch my content on a PC or they're watching ads on the phone. Like, that's how I do it. So I mean, it's but like, bro, I want to make money. Like, what the fuck? IRL streaming is fucking expensive.
No, exactly. One thing I want to also ask you while we're talking about the streaming ideas thing is like, I've I just started like streaming or doing this YouTube channel thing full time like 4 or 5 months ago. And it's been interesting. It's been super fun. But then also I have been reaching this like point of stress where I want to do good ideas, and I've heard you say this thing before, where like you're known as your last two streams. Like that's what people know or like remember you as. You know what I mean? Like you could have had a good stream a month ago, but if your last two streams are just like desktop chilling smoking streams, like they're gonna be like, oh, you're the desktop smoker guy. You know what I mean? You're no longer that person, and you do reach this like kind of stress level, or at least I have been reaching the stress level where I'm like, fuck, I want to provide good content. You know what I mean? And but it can be difficult. It can be expensive, and then when you don't meet those expectations, people get mad at you and upset at you. You know what I mean? Like, and it adds like layer of stress to just being a content creator, I guess. What was us?
I'm gonna be honest. So I did say that a long time ago, but I changed my opinion on that.
Oh, okay.
You're right. There will be some viewers that will be like upset or like feel entitled or something if you just do 1-2 streams of not like very interesting content.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've learned is what they say doesn't really fucking matter. Dude, I took a year off. I come back, and my first stream, 5K viewers. I mean, dude, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, literally, at the end of the day, if the content's good, people are going to watch. Nothing anyone says on the internet fucking matters. I've realized that, finally, so I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like, if some viewer came on my chat when I was doing a desktop stream and it was like, this is boring, I don't give a fuck, because if I have a good stream, they'll be there as well. Like, I don't really care.
That's true.
So I used to think that, but that's when I also cared about what people thought about me. And like, I was trying to please the viewers and stuff. This is the best advice I can give to you as an like up and coming streamer. You should obviously care about your audience, but if somebody is like entitled and trying to like put you down, don't care. Like, don't listen to it, bro. Like, like, you have to have confidence in yourself, and you have to just like understand, like, have a business plan in your head, what you want to do for your channel. And you cannot let somebody else insert their opinions into your business model. You have to just stick to your plan.
No, yeah, 100%.
Because honestly, you know what's best for your channel, not the fucking viewer watching.
Exactly. And it sounds corny. I've heard so many other people say this before as well, but it's just like you can have 100, nice comments and have 2 negative ones, and it's always the 2 negative ones you focus on. You know what I mean? And I've noticed that before as well, where like if I have some sort of stream planned or something goes wrong with one of my streams, I'll have a couple people calling me, I'll have to say like, hey guys, can't do this, or canceling today's episode of whatever. I'll have a couple people saying, upset at me or being like, oh, you're a scammer, blah, blah, all this stuff. But then I will have a good amount of people DMing me and just telling me like, dude, your health is more important than the streams. You know what I mean? Like, take this break. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like, I do have, at the end of the day, I do have more people being supportive and being nice and understanding and actually being a good person rather than being the negative. But the negativity always kind of can affect you harder than the positivity. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. The negativity sucks. And I mean, it affected me for years. But like I said, going in real life for a year really helped me not care, because I talked to real people and I met a lot of fans in real life as well who just recognize me in public or whatever, and they, be like, hey man, what's up? And like, dude, that made me not care about what the fuck. Like, if somebody's entitled, who the fuck cares? Like, they're just big fans of you, and they are just unable to communicate in a respectful way, but they're still fans of you.
Yeah,
so that's what you should like think about it as.
It takes a level of maturity to like disagree with someone on maybe a serious subject or non-serious subject, and actually disagree in a conversational way, not a like, hey, fuck you, you're wrong, but hey man, like, I didn't really agree with this or that. You know what I mean? Like, so that's definitely true. And that's why sometimes especially when I look at certain posts or whatever it is or comments, I'm like, this person. It's so corny to even say, but like, this person sometimes really cannot be over the age of 13 or 14, because just coming from the perspective of this comment, I'm like, I stopped seeing the world that way as a kid. You know what I mean? Like, you stopped seeing the world that way as a long time ago. It's like, you can't see an actual adult person, mature person saying such a thing. You know what I mean? You're like, bro, this is ridiculous.
Well, no, I can. I think of most people that say stupid shit in chat, I think they're like probably over the age of 20.
Really?
Like, bro, I do, and I have alt accounts on fucking Twitch, and sometimes I say stupid shit too.
No.
Because like, dude, it's like anonymous. Like, who the fuck cares? You just say something, you don't care, you just throw it out there. You just you have to just not take it seriously, because like, people in chat rooms, they have no reason to be like super respectful unless they want to like grow their name in the community or something. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Two random questions I have listed here is you did you had the robot streamer for a while. Do you still have that robot?
Yeah, I do.
You do? What does it do? It just sits there as like I don't know, like a centerpiece or like a display piece?
Well, I mean, it still works. I'll use it again one day.
No way, that's so sick. How expensive was it? Oh wait, my friend Blazzy here has a question that's relevant to the topic.
So, Ice, bro, I'm not sure if you understand that you were early on to the monster of Jessy Taylor.
I didn't want to bring that
the robot girl.
Yeah, Jessy Taylor.
She became, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, she ended up going on to like academics and like fake claiming she was Smoke Perp's girl. And then she also accused like Houseful of doing like some really nasty, like the most vile things you could think about. And then she admitted that she was lying, right?
And also she refuses to this day to admit she was a part of that stream. To this day she denies it, which is kind of funny.
It's hard to find online though. Like she's definitely hired some lawyers.
I mean, it's on Pornhub. It's on Pornhub. What do you mean?
Maybe I'm not searching up the right keywords or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, like Ice Poseidon robot, and there's like a couple videos, and I'm pretty sure in one of those videos.
I'll follow up on that.
But either way, you said she's what? What is she doing now?
She went online and just claimed to be. I mean, this is like some shit you probably wouldn't care about, but she became like some mainstream monster. She went online and just claimed like, "Yo, Smoke Perp's my boyfriend," and Smoke Perp was like, "Who the fuck are you, bitch?" And it just became a viral topic a couple years ago. But
I mean, it's pretty obvious that that girl has some sort of mental problems.
Where did you even run into her through?
I think Sam Pepper brought her over to my house.
I think I do remember that. Wow. Did she like beat a bitch up or something at a crib?
I don't know.
By a pool?
I don't think so. I don't remember that.
I don't know. All right. So I'm going to leave y'all back to it.
Thank you, right. There you go. That was actually a perfect transition into my next question, which is both I have been to one of your apartments and he has been to one of your apartments. What is and you've probably had 1,000 people at, many of your different places. What is the weirdest situation or weirdest person you've had show up that you didn't know yourself was showing up?
I can't really say, man. I've had so many fucking weird people show up. They're all the same at like a certain point. I mean, I've had that one stalker guy for that one streamer girl showed up, gave me $500, said he was going to kill himself. That was fucking crazy. I had this other guy come over to my house, say I was God. He wanted to live in my closet. I said no, and he started crying, and I was super high, so I got scared and told him
fucking God, dude.
Get away from my house. I had people fly over. This dude slept in my front yard because I told him he can't live with me. He was from Canada. And so, I mean, dude, it's just so much shit. I don't know which one is worse.
Yeah, that's a question that might fit like I don't know, a normal person who just started streaming, but for a person who's been through as much shit as you're probably like, bro, which story do you want to know about? But okay, so I wanted to bring this up in the beginning of the podcast, but you and I have met before where you were doing a car giveaway stream where you're doing the thing where people put their hand on the car and last person with their hand on the car wins the car. Me and my friend Johnny were a part of that challenge. And I didn't even know this thing existed, but someone in the stream or in the chat found this old video. I think it was a VOD of yours where you were interviewing me before the challenge had started, and it was just like I don't know, like looking back on that video, I wasn't even streaming yet. I was still doing YouTube videos, and that was the whole goal of that day. Was I wanted to make a video titled like joining a car giveaway with Ice Poseidon or something like that. And it's so weird, like kind of it's like a crazy full circle moment to. I wasn't even streaming at that time, you know what I mean? Like, I've gone through this whole trial and tribulations of streaming, like, doing all this growth, and now at this point, I'm, like, interviewing the person who was, like, my inspiration. It's very, very weird and crazy, you know what I mean? 100%. That's why I super appreciate you coming on as well. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I mean, the world's a pretty small place, dude, honestly, so how old are you?
I'm older than you. I'm 28.
Oh, damn, what the fuck?
Isn't that weird?
I was gonna say, like, I thought you were like 20 or something, bro. Yeah,
no,
I mean,
I'm
the
28.
world's a small place, and like shit will get like fucking weird, and you'll think it's like I don't know, you would think like shit's a simulation sometimes.
That's what people were saying. I saw as well. They're like, yo, simulation confirmed, the Matrix confirmed. Ice Poseidon and Yuriy are sitting down or talking to one another on stream or whatever. Okay, so another thing I wanted to ask you is, okay, so I've done this Gulag stream before where I locked myself in this room for 2 days, and and it was pretty torturous because I had set up like all these donation goals for water to be thrown in my face, to be slapped with the fish, for my I didn't agree to this one, but at one point they were taking my bed away when I was trying to sleep, and it was basically like the worst 2 days of my life I've ever experienced. Of course, the chat to this day, they're like, do another one, it's the best thing ever. And I've had a good amount of people, like 5 different people, tell me like, dude, I want to be that person in those shoes. Like, I want to be a part of the Gulag, right? But there comes this like thing where I'm like, fuck, man, like I don't know how I would feel subjecting to someone to like, you know, a crazy experience like that. But then I think about like the prison stream, right? It's like, would you do something like that again? Or like, what is the morality line behind like, you know, letting someone, you know, a person who's down, who's asking to be a part of it, actually do the thing that they're, you know, doing? It's almost like someone walking into a tattoo shop and saying, hey, I want a cock tattooed on my head, and you're the tattoo artist. You're like, I could do this, but do I want to? You know, like.
You're asking me about morality? I mean, fuck. Like, dude, yeah, I would do it again. What the fuck? I don't care. If somebody signs a waiver, I don't care. Like, it's on them entirely. They have a chance to win a bunch of money. It's on them. I'm not forcing people to do anything. They sign a waiver. They come on. I take full advantage of that. They have the potential to win $35,000. I mean, it's a pretty fair, mutually beneficial thing. So what do you mean?
No, yeah.
Artist, if I walk into a tattoo place, hey, put a dick on my head, I'll give you $500, $1,000. They probably do it. I mean, bro, like, why would you not? Oh, sorry, that'll make you look stupid. It's all subjective. Like, it does, like, you know, maybe he really wants that. It's not like a stupid thing. You don't know that. It's everything in life is subjective.
Exactly. Some people also kind of, I forgot the word for it, but some people also say like I'm a person who enjoys like torturing myself, and I'm like, no, dude, like that's not it at all. I just thought I'm a person. Yo, thank you guys so much for coming through. Enjoy the wedding.
Ice.
Peace out to Blazzy and Ryder. And also, I forgot to bring it up when I came to your house. I was gonna also bring up the fact that Blazzy apparently a long time ago. He was a big viewer of your streams. He said that he like wrote in your chat like, hey, what's his address? I want to come through, and someone in your chat just gave him the address, and he stopped by.
Yeah, walked in, and your manager at the time, the chubby white dude with the long hair, he was like, yeah, just come in. You're like, who the fuck are all these people? And
chubby white dude with long hair, who's that?
Trying to tap in, trying to meet Ice and shit like that. Anyways, bro, you're an amazing person. CX in the chat. I'm gonna catch y'all later.
All right, have a good one, and enjoy the wedding, man. But yeah.
Yeah, honestly, if you want to do another like stream where like, why not? I mean, how much money did you make on that stream?
On the balloon stream or the Gulag stream?
No, the Gulag stream.
I think like $6,000 or $7,000.
Okay. Why? Okay. If somebody, and was it worth it to you?
To me, it was worth it. Not honestly, people are gonna say like, oh, it's because of the money or whatever, but it was also the more expensive stream because I had to have like 5 security guards, and you know, not everyone wanted, you know, a monetary payment, but like I paid a lot of people to do that, you know, to help with that stream, so it cost a lot more money. But the thing that made it more worth it to me is the fact that the chat enjoyed it so much. I mean, I was just like, bro, people were so hyped on it. They were so happy on it. I was just like, that's what made it worth it. And then also,
so why are you? What are you worried about when you say like, I don't want to put this onto someone else who wants to be a part of it?
More just, I guess this is me focusing on the negative comments that will come out, and you know, inevitably, of people going like, this is Yuri taking advantage of some poor old person who wants, you know, a couple bucks and clouts or something like that along those lines. And I'll just be like, dude, this person agreed to doing this ridiculous thing, you know?
You know, this is how I look at it. It's an opportunity for them. Every opportunity in life is a more successful person taking advantage of the lesser successful person. Because why are you giving someone an opportunity unless it benefits you as well? It's everything in life is a mutually beneficial thing. You're not going to get any fucking freebies in life. So it's like that logic doesn't fucking make sense. It's just people who try to be like, what's the word? Like morally sound. Like they're just pretending. They just try to be like a nice guy online. Everyone wants to pretend to be a nice guy. But like, that's not how real life works. No one does shit for free. Everyone wants to gain something out of shit. So they get an opportunity. I get content and like somebody to fuck with, and boom, you know, it's a business. Like that's what happens. Think about like a CEO that hires a fucking intern. Interns are unpaid. An intern gets to work at this nice company, and the CEO gets free labor. Nobody says, oh, CEO's taking advantage of the interns because like it's more like
They're agreeing to it, and they see the benefit in it.
It's more accepted in life, right? But internships are like so you know, like they're getting taken advantage of, obviously.
Yeah, they can be easily, 100%. I was also going to ask you about, I saw, I forgot what interview this was in, but you said at some point they were asking you about the RV streams because those were, you know, really big things. Everyone really enjoyed those. You said that those were some of the most toxic streams, like, at the time for yourself.
I mean, they were pretty toxic, bro.
I was going to say, like, would you ever do another RV stream, or what do you think made it toxic? It was the combination of people, or like, you know, or like what happened exactly? Why do you think it was
dude, most of the people on the RV were like were people who could not be trusted. You know what I mean? And then you had fucking GTS going off and like saying the N-word and like fucked up shit constantly. And then, you know, just we were getting fucking police were stopping us all the time. I mean, it was definitely something that was more fun to watch than be a part of. Like, I did not have that much fun being a part of that because it just every day was like hell. But that's why it was like fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. I remember at one point you did like a Europe RV stream, right? And there was like it was such a long time ago that I don't even remember that much about it. But I remember like something had happened to the RV in the beginning, and it was like a part of the stream where you're like, yo, something happened to the RV, someone trashed it or something along those lines. And then
in the Europe RV, somebody stole my laptop.
Stole your laptop, and then I saw like people in the chat and stuff at the time saying like, "Oh, this is confirmed scripted, or this is confirmed like predetermined, you know, situations or whatever it is." I was gonna ask you like, was that situation number one, you know, quote unquote scripted, or have you ever scripted any content? Because that's definitely been like one thing that people, you know, will throw around sometimes.
I mean, I've never scripted content in terms of like, this is exactly what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I set up content like the RV streams, for example. I purposefully chose the people to be on the RV, like those groups of people, because I knew shit was gonna happen and go down. But I never scripted anything where like, dude, I don't think anyone who says shit like that, I don't think they understand how difficult it would be to script a live stream.
Exactly.
It's like, people are fucking stupid, okay? And no one can fucking follow any directions half the time. How the hell are we gonna script shit involving like multiple people, perfect timing, everything's choreographed? It just doesn't make fucking sense.
Exactly. You would need like the best actors on earth just to be able to fucking on live stream. And then also on top of it, a lot of people are awkward in front of camera, especially if they know they're trying to act a role. You know what I mean? There's comes this like layer of awkwardness and weirdness to a lot of people where you got to be legitimately a good actor to fucking pull something like that off, you know? But your laptop was actually stolen. That was just like, that was not some random.
Yeah, I mean, we parked the RV in Amsterdam, so I mean, somebody broke in the RV, fucking stole my laptop. I don't think it's that hard to believe.
Yeah, exactly.
Amsterdam is like full of fucking crime, I think. So.
But did you actually enjoy that experience, or for the whole stream at the end, or no?
That RV I did enjoy because I had people on there that I actually liked. So I had like Gary, the producer, my ex-girlfriend. I had like I don't even remember, some other people, like fucking Adrian Chen, like I don't know, people that I actually liked and didn't have to like watch my back over, to be honest. So yeah, it was more fun. Yeah.
A lot of people, well, I've definitely had people ask like, oh, ask Ice about, you know, this person or that person. There's been so many people that have been involved with your streams and the you know, the CX network, or just a part of the, like, you know, whatever you've done, that it's like, it'll be too much to ask about every specific person. But do you still keep in touch with any of the old people from back in the day, or LA or anything?
No, I don't, but I do like to troll EBZ.
No way. Like under an alt account?
No, like on my stream, like and say that he sucks dick and shit. Like, it's funny because he doesn't know how to take a joke, so it's funny.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking hilarious. That's, you know what else is funny is I think the very first time I met you in person was also the day you met EBZ, because it was the day you were doing the No Jumper interview. You brought EBZ over. It was also the first day I met Dane Kwan. Shout out to Dane Kwan because he helped me set up my very first stream ever at my parents' house. He like came through. I paid him like $30 to come through and help me learn how to use OBS. But I remember, that was the very first day we had linked and everything. And now that's like a legendary, you know, old moment, which is just super funny.
You paid Dane Kwan $30 to show you OBS?
Yes.
There's YouTube videos for free.
I'm stupid, bro. As you can see, you had to help me learn. You had to help me turn off Discord notifications.
$30? Daquan really did that for bro? $30?
He came to my house. He came to my parents' house. He said hi to my mom.
For free.
That's true. But if you would go to a stranger's house to help them set up OBS for free.
Not at the time, not me personally, but I'm saying if Dan Kwan was your friend, he should just do it for free. $30?
No, he wasn't a friend. He was more of just like, I knew of Dan Kwan because of your streams. I said hi to him at, at the back of No Jumper. We exchanged Instagrams, and then later on I DM'd him. I was like, hey man, can I pay you some money to like come through and help me set up OBS or learn how to use it? But you're right. I should have just YouTubed it. That would have been $30 cheaper, 100%. One thing that I saw that unfolded recently was you releasing those text messages with Mizkif, the whole Mizkif situation. And I remember Mizkif was like, he was a part of your streams, or was he like an employee, or was he just a consistent part of the streams?
Yeah, he was just my friend.
He was your friend and shit like that. So I was gonna ask you, is like, why'd you end up releasing those texts? Like, just because you were just like, dude, this fool deserves it, or whatever?
Well, I mean, we used to be friends, and then he became a big Twitch streamer, and then started disrespecting me on his stream with like backhanded comments and bullshit, and I told him to stop. He kept doing it, and then I was like, okay, fuck, this guy's a fucking asshole. Still didn't release the DMs because, it is fucked up to do that. But then, fucking all this bullshit was going on with, like, the gambling. Everyone was pretending to be, like, super, like everyone's an angel and, like, oh, I do no wrong, and, like, ban gambling, and, like, these streamers that are pretending to be angels are like going after other people's livelihoods and like trying to ban gambling and all this fucking bullshit. Like I just think people should stay in their own fucking lane.
Yeah.
And when you start leaving your lane to fuck with other people for your content, it's sort of like it's very like annoying to watch as a viewer. And I was like, okay, well, this dude has kind of like fucked me for like a couple years just being an asshole. And like sometimes he say nice things, but for the most part he would like downplay shit and like be a fucking asshole to me for no reason. So I'm like, all right, you know what? This dude wants to be like a super fucking big angel and like all this bullshit. I guess I'll just do it now.
Yeah, that's definitely.
But also, I mean, covering up. I don't know, like the whole sexual assault thing. I don't know what's up with that, but like I was like, all right. I mean, this dude is clearly got some fucking skeletons.
No, yeah. That's one thing that you've probably definitely have gone through is like people really wanting to fuck with you and be your friend when things are going well, and then also they see that there's like a lot of benefit behind being your friend and being around you, and then as soon as they no longer see that benefit, they're either out or they will start talking negatively about you. And one crazy good example of that, the reason I know this is already old news, but one crazy example of that is that dude Karl Jacobs, right? The Mr. Beast friend.
Bro, that Karl Jacobs, that dude's a pussy, bro. I literally took a photo with it. He stream sniped me when I did an IRL stream. I took a photo with him because I'm a nice fucking person, and I take photos with my fans. And this dude, like, apologized for it years later when he's big, and it was because somebody posted it on his Twitter or something.
Exactly.
He made a whole statement like, I'm sorry I hung out with Ice Poseidon and all this fucking bullshit. I'm like, dude, I didn't do anything to you. I didn't do shit to you. Why the fuck did you do this? Now I'm getting attacked by all these fucking Minecraft nerds. And then, and Mizkif also fucking defended him. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And I'm like, this is what I get for being nice to him? Okay. I mean, dude, that dude used to post like crazy like try hard memes in my fucking Discord, bro, as well. So
but also
these people are all just so fucking fake, and honestly everyone loves to shit on me, so I'm like, all right, let me shit on some people now. It's my turn. Fuck these people.
I feel like Karl's audience is not mature enough, because I feel like a lot of them are really little kids and shit like that. Like, I feel like a lot of them aren't mature enough to actually see the hypocrisy in him like making that sorry statement, which is just like, oh, now you're apologizing? It's like, you were a big fan,
He's just a pussy, bro. He fucking unfollowed me on Twitter and bullshit. Like, bro, this dude, he was just a huge pussy. And I tried to be, like, nice to him in DMs, too, because, I tried to be, like, the bigger man. And I was like, hey, man, this is not cool. why did you do this? Maybe just talk to me about it or something, or or just ignore it. Why did you even bring it up? It was one person on your Twitter who posted a photo and said you're racist. Like, why? Like, just ignore it.
Yeah.
But of course he ignored me. But you know, I was just like, I just couldn't fucking believe it. But yeah, his audience is full of children. Exactly. But I was more offended at the other content creators who defended him, because I didn't do anything.
Exactly.
What the, like, that was so fucked up. I didn't do anything, and everyone was like, yeah, Karl Jacobs, we support you, man. We're sorry this is happening.
What
and I'm
the
like,
fuck?
Dude, and I'm getting fucking death threats and shit. Like, I didn't do anything.
We're
and
sorry
I made a
this is
statement about
happening.
it on Twitter. Nobody defended me. Nobody gave a fuck about me. So I'm like, okay, dude, these people all fucking suck. And but they should all be careful, because I mean, these people all have fucking bullshit in their closet.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's like I feel like I see almost slight similarities between like you and Sam Hyde in the way of like, there's so many content creators that were inspired by Sam Hyde, but to this day refuse to acknowledge it, refuse to acknowledge the fact that they found his comedy style funny or whatever it is. But then now they'll just act like angels and all that stuff. But literally, I feel like I've heard this before as well, and I agree with it, where I feel like everyone, even if you weren't a viewer, you've at least heard the name Ice Poseidon. But on the other, sorry.
Somebody in your chat said I was getting riled up on that. It must have been dark times of my life. Bro, they have no idea. When that shit was happening, that was like some of the worst times of my life. And I had nobody backed me up. Nobody gave a shit about me. And I was so mentally distraught all the time, every day.
Yeah.
And then just getting dogpiled constantly by fucking shit. So, I mean, bro, like, that shit was... Now that I'm in a better place, I will never let that happen again. If anyone ever dogpiles me in the future, I will expose them for everything.
That's it. Dude, I can only fucking imagine, bro, because like with the content creator as big as, you know, Jacob, or the audience that someone like Jacob has, and they fucking Karl has, and they send everyone or nearly everyone to you to attack in their defense. Like, I can't even imagine how many fucking people that must be. It must be fucking crazy. I was also gonna ask you, I should have brought this up when I was asking about like your relationship with people in the past, but I recently saw or listened to this video that came out about GreekGodX, how he's like joined this like Andrew Tate philosophy, you know, hard on women, you know, like hard on thoughts or whatever it is, like movement. What do you think about this? Like, what do you think about GreekGodX's evolution into like, you know, Andrew Tate-ness, I guess, almost?
I mean, I thought he was just doing it for viewers at first, and like attention and stuff, but then he still kept doing it. I don't know. I think Greek is like, it's hard to say because I haven't talked to him behind the scenes in so long, but I think he's insecure, and I think he is trying to like compensate in some degree. By doing this whole like Liver King, Andrew Tate sort of persona he's got going on now, which, I mean, I don't really get why or like what he's insecure about, but I think it's like definitely something to do with social media and viewers. I mean, he's always on TikTok and I just think dude needs a break from social media. Like I think is just too validated by the internet.
Yeah, it gets scary to eventually want to probably take a break from social media when your whole livelihood and, you know, your whole persona is social media, and then you're really thinking like, damn, I need a break from my mental health, but then also if I take a break, will people forget about me? Will people continue to watch me after? You know what I mean? Like, it's a big decision to make as a content creator.
You know, okay, if you're on YouTube and you have like 200,000 subs or something, maybe. But Greek is a very known name in the Twitch community, and Twitch is a very small niche community. No, like, bro, the dude could take a 2-year break and come back and still get viewers. Like,
yeah,
you know, streaming is it's just so niche, and there's no content ever that as long as you come back with good content, word will get around. You know, word spreads really fast.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to ask you about as well is on YouTube, it feels like it's kind of like already like, I feel like that it's kind of already died down. People stopped doing it. But for a while, I felt like there's so many videos coming out talking about like Ice Poseidon, documentary of Ice Poseidon, or the rise and fall of Ice Poseidon, or all that stuff. I feel like just by looking it up, there's probably like 5-6 different ones. And what was most, I guess, like interesting to me was one of the videos had like 100K views, and the dude had like 2.5K subs. And I'm like, And I look at the rest of his videos; they'll have like a couple hundred views. I'm like, bro, just this subject alone is like it kind of proves the whole the thing I said earlier about how like everyone kind of already knows about you, has heard your name or watched your stream, and now at this point, people are just able to make like these documentaries about you and like get so many views. How does it feel to be on the other end of that, where you're like, everyone's just like making documentaries about my life? When the first one comes out, it's probably cool, but once the 7th, 8th one comes out, you're like, bro, like this is gonna get a hand.
At first it was cool, and then nowadays the documentaries, they all just shit on me, so it's not very cool anymore. But I mean, people love downfalls, right? People love to punch down on somebody when they're having a rough time.
That's true.
And it gets views, and people, because it makes people feel better about themselves, and the YouTubers get content out of it. I personally despise commentary channels because they never get any of the fucking details right. And they just like prey, they're like predators preying on everyone's fucking downfall, when one day they're gonna have their own downfall, and then it's gonna happen to them. And it's like, I don't know, I mean, it's like, it's fine, it's like the part of being a social media content creator. It's just shitty, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I was talking about this with my girlfriend too, like a while ago, about how I feel like ever since the age of TikTok, it's kind of became a popular content form to expose or to find like old weird tweets or comments about people and then make a video about it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's the thing that kids notice goes the most viral, and I feel like kids, they want to go viral themselves, even though like they don't want to admit it to themselves or not, but like they will go out of their way to find a weird video or a weird comment or something like that, take it out of context just to make that video of like, Yuri said this one day, Yuri said that one day. And it's kind of like it's been leaked into our public, like just persona, or just like in public society of like for everyone that uses the internet. It's like kind of a go-to content creation style of a lot of people, which is, who can I expose, who can I make a video about? And like it's like, yeah, just kind of like documentary type stuff, but it's coming from non-documentarians who don't really do that good of research at the end of the day either. It's very interesting. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's a horrible, toxic environment, but that's why you have to just not give a fuck. If you give a fuck, people will prey on that. Other content creators, viewers, everyone will prey on you if you give a fuck. But if you don't give a fuck, they can't do shit. Like, okay, dude, another content creator, what are they gonna say about me? I don't give a fuck. Oh, call me a racist, call me a scammer. I don't care. Like, who the fuck cares? Viewers are still gonna watch my content if it's good. I don't care. Say whatever you want. There's nothing they can't ever. I'm uncancelable because there's nothing they can say.
Exactly. That's the thing with content creators too, is like, if you actually have a whole community that supports you, you're not relying on Pepsi to pay you monthly, you're not relying on Nike to pay you monthly. It's just like, if you actually have a community that fucks with you, you might have like 20 people that'll be like, oh man, that convinced me, I'm out.
So you're right, I can't get sponsored by like Pepsi and shit, but I don't really need to, bro. Do you know how many motherfucking crypto bullshits in my DMs at all times gonna pay me? They're like, oh, 50K for a tweet, 100K for a tweet.
What the
I'm like,
fuck?
dude, you know what I mean? Like,
No
I don't
way.
do it currently because, I want to not get fucking destroyed on the internet. I don't really care, but I would like to put out some content first before I'm just tweeting out fucking shit coins and bullshit. But yeah, one day I will, because that's free money and I don't care. Like, oh, somebody's gonna fucking shit on me for getting a free 100K fucking bag. I don't give a fuck. Like,
I heard you during your interview with Adam a while ago. I remember you said like at that time you were also getting like advertisement deal propositions, but you were saying like, I don't want to take a weird one because I don't want to lose the trust in the community where they're like, oh, I'm just gonna get a weird ad this time or whatever. It's like you were talking about how like there was this you're trying to hold you just wouldn't take you don't want to alienate your viewers because of certain sponsors, right? Do you think that the crypto tweets could do the same thing?
No, I used to think that, but I don't think it would matter. Like, yeah, some people would be like, wow, I have no respect for Ice, but I don't really care about. I'd rather have 100K, not this random person's respect. And like I said, if the content is good, they're still gonna watch. I don't care if they respect me. I want 100K, and as long as they watch my content as well and give me that view, I don't give a fuck if they respect me.
Okay. Well, since we're on this topic, with the whole CX coin thing, right, and then the CoffeeZilla video and the way the CoffeeZilla interview went, it kind of like at the end of it, you get this vibe of like, oh, Ice just said, yeah, I did it, so what type thing, right? And whatever that may be, at the end of the day, I feel like the one thing that might come out, or the thought that might come out to a lot of people who watch that video is like, Ice does not care about his viewers or his whoever, his fans or whatever it may be. How do you feel about that?
I think that's a funny statement because I definitely am the content creator that has cared the most about his viewers. Out of any content creator, I don't know any other content creator that let viewers show up to his house, come into his house. I put everyone on that came over. I let them be fucking streamers. They made money. I let them do all that. Bro, I took photos with every single person. I took time out of my day to talk to every single person. I don't know any other content creator who does that. Content creators monetize the fuck out of their audience, and they just use their audience as like money bags. I at least took the time out of my day to meet the real person behind the fucking chatter. So I think that's funny that people like CoffeeZilla come up with those narratives, because that dude literally like would never leave his house to talk to his fans the way I did. There's no way, no fucking way.
That's an interesting point of view. I never even thought about it like that. But yeah, you're bringing up a really good point, which is like, yeah, dude, it's like I met up with you 3 times. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even remember, obviously, but I met up with you 3 times just because of like you had this like relationship with your audience where people felt comfortable enough to do that. You know what I mean? Like, just like pull up to either your house or your IRL stream or whatever it is, and it's just like, yeah, you don't really see that with anyone else, which is. It could be also people might be scared. You know what I mean? They're like, I don't want everyone to know exactly where I'm at a certain time.
Oh, you don't have to give out your address, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Have cared about my audience very highly in the past, and
you would say
it's just a funny narrative.
That's interesting. But dude, I've gotten a couple of those emails too, where I've gotten emails saying like, hey, could you talk about this NFT in the beginning of your stream? We'll pay you $2,000. And every time I've ignored it because I don't know, like a lot of times it could be scams. But then also I get scared of like, not scared, but it's like I don't know too much about the NFT world, where I'm just like I almost feel this like morality thing where this whole YouTube thing has like imprinted on me too, where I'm just like I don't want to take that $2,000 because I feel like NFTs are a scam. But also, $2,000 would be amazing. You know what I mean? Like an extra free $2,000.
This is how I think about it. Maybe this is a weird way to think about it, but if you watched a YouTube video later today and somebody was shilling an NFT to you on the YouTube video, do you personally go buy that NFT?
100% of the time, no.
Yeah, 100% of the time, no, right?
Yeah.
You just don't care. You just skip past it. You don't care.
Yeah.
So what makes you think other people don't do the same thing?
Yeah, I feel like everyone just skips through ads. You know what I mean? Like if there's like ad in a podcast or whatever, where they see like, oh, this is the portion where the person shouts out, whatever it is. People just fucking skip through it usually. It's like,
there's no motherfucking person, no motherfucker is watching your video gonna go buy that NFT. Okay, it's only people that are super into that like world that would do it. But if they're super into that world, then they understand the risk behind it. You're not going to get like, oh, let me just go buy this. I'm going to get rich off this. Like, no, nobody thinks like that. So I would say take the $2,000. And if somebody tries to shit on you in the comments, like, I can't believe you, Yuriy, you did an NFT sponsor. Why do they care? They didn't fucking buy it.
That's actually, that's true at the end of the day. It's like if you're smart enough to leave that comment, you're also smart enough just not to buy the fucking thing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And that's one thing I've heard you bring up before about the CX coin, where you said it just like it takes a certain level of intelligence, not intelligence as in like a smart person, but intelligence with the NFT thing to know how to even get to the right place to, buy it and do all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like for me, for example, I've had a friend gift me an NFT. I've tried like on 4 or 5 different occasions trying to open it and just look at it or see what's going on with it. I can't figure it out, dude. I need someone's help to come show me how to open this thing up. You know what I mean? Like I would not be able to purchase an NFT myself, and people look at me as the computer guy. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like pretty slow with this computer shit. So it's just like, I don't know. It depends on the person, but I feel like, yeah, I would agree. A lot of people would just not probably buy it at all.
Yeah, I mean that advertisement would go for like the 0.5% of person watching your video that is into that shit.
Exactly.
But even then, like if they understand the risks behind it.
So I think this is one of my last questions. What are your plans for the future of the streams? Like, do you want to like get it back to like the crazy hecticness? You know, I mean, not with every little aspect of it, but do you want to get it back to the crazy hecticness of like 2018, 2019? Or like, what are your plans for the future of the streams? Like, and also, how long do you plan on streaming for before you take another break, or like what's your game plan here?
Well, I don't know when I would take another break. I guess whenever I feel like it, but I would like it to be back to the craziness. Yes, just without crackheads.
Oh.
I would like to have more quality people around me, but yes, I would like the craziness, and I'm willing to do pretty crazy content again. I wasn't willing to do it 2 years ago because I was just like not really feeling streaming anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to do it again because I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It's because when I talk to people in real life, people will stop me. I literally get stopped almost every time I go outside.
Wow.
Just be like, hey man, I watch your streams, or like I used to watch your streams or something, and that's really motivating because they would say like I had the best content ever.
Yeah.
It was very like it does feel good. So, and also I want to be able to, like, it's fun to make content, you know, like the streams that I did all last week every single stream I did was super fun, and I enjoyed all of them.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like a lot of the stream ideas like I've done, I would never do any of these things on my free time. You know what I mean? Like no one just goes to Venice Beach and has people do push-ups for t-shirts. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, why would you do that? But the fact that you do it on stream, like it makes it a fun time for the people watching and for you like as well, because who would really want to, you know, do a lot of the stream ideas that, you know, you or I have done just for shits and giggles? No one really just fucking does that. You know what I mean? Like it's at the end of the day, it's because it's fun and it provides more fun times for the people watching on top of it as well.
Yuriy, my man, you should come over to Austin, bro. I'll show you. We can do some shit together.
Oh,
some people.
I'd be down, dude. To Austin, Texas. Fuck shit, I'd be down, dude. What the hell? Well, when?
I mean, whenever. Honestly, I mean, my next stream idea is I want to do the Steven Crowder change my mind thing, but with really fucking weird things. Like for example, I want to say that. Parents should be able to choose if their baby can be trans or not at the age of 0, and I think that would be a funny thing to see if people take me seriously or not. And because I'm going to say it in a very serious way, but that's just one example, and see what kind of reactions I get.
Dude,
but
I'd 100% be down, dude. I would super be down, man. I really have like I could 100% fly over there. I have Wednesday and Thursday I do the podcast, but all those other days we could plan something out. That's so sick. I'd be 100% down to do that.
I mean, yeah, just let me know, man, because like we could have some real fun. Because yeah, I mean, do you enjoy fucking with people and trolling them?
No, 100%. It's fucking hilarious. But then also, it's like sometimes people are like, "Oh man, you're just running around LA, ruining people's days, saying stupid shit," and I'm just like, I don't know, man. Imagine just like walking around the streets. It's like it's usually boring. You know what I mean? Like it's cool to have like some like little mix up to your life, a little fucking wild card.
What do you do where people are saying that?
Shit. I can't think of examples off the top of my head, but for example, the last stream I did, I wanted to go to an amusement park with a homeless man. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to like, I've been in LA my whole life, and I've grew up skating and shit. And I've had a lot of homeless friends actually on top of it as well. So I've had a lot of experience with people who don't have a home and stuff like that. And I just thought it would be cool and a good way to give back if I just found a homeless person and take them to an amusement park, buy them food, get high with them, and then give them money at the end of the day. Like it's like a cool little give back to that person. I tried to do one of those streams. Long story short, it didn't really work out. And then at the end of the day, this dude showed me his ring, and the homeless man showed me his ring. He's like, "This is a blood-sucking stone." And I ran away from there. And every person I saw along the way, I said, "Don't go to that alley. There's a soul-sucking man in there." Blah blah. And I told like 50 people this. And some people were just like, "Oh, you're just harassing people at this point." I'm like, no, it's just, I don't know. It's like, are you really going to get that upset if you hear someone scream at you, "Don't go down that alley. There's a soul-sucking man"?
I mean, who the fuck is saying you're harassing people? I mean, they just sound like pussies to me. Who's like viewers are saying that? Because like, if that's true, I would just be like, "Okay, buddy, ban them." I didn't like that. That's fucking retarded. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
This is another example of me
also,
focusing on the negativity.
I thought you were gonna say people were shitting on you because you took a homeless guy to the thing, and people were saying you were taking advantage of him.
I got that as well, but I ignored those.
Okay, and the people that say that, would they ever take a homeless man to an amusement park?
That's exactly. So. That's my argument. Is like, dude, what have you done for the homeless people? Nothing.
Bro. I think people that say shit like that are just trolls. They don't even think they're not saying it because they're morally sound. They're saying it to fuck with you. I think that's what it's about.
Oh yeah, that's 100% true. I should have asked you this earlier when we were talking about Twitch, but I remember for a while you were making it a goal of yourself to try to get back on Twitch some way. You were like, I want to start streaming on Twitch. You're no longer like, you don't want to go back on Twitch anymore?
No, I listen. Going on Twitch would be nice because I'd make fucking shitloads of money, but they're not unbanning me. There's zero fucking chance. Like
They hate you.
are like, bro, that platform is run by some fucking major pussies, and they also don't know what the fuck they're doing. And it's very clear that Twitch is not even going to be around in a couple of years anyways, because they're doing very desperate business moves.
Mm.
And I think they're just getting ready to like shut down. That's why they let people stream everywhere now at some point. So no, I mean, Twitch is they're just pussies, man. So no, I don't think I would ever get them banned on there. So I don't care anymore.
Yeah, there's so many.
The reason why the content I did for the past couple years has been like pretty like low key is because I tried to get them banned on there because I just wanted to make a shitload of money for no fucking effort.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized that's not going to happen. And even if it did happen, I'd be like a pussy. Like I'd be like a slave, dude, to their corporate, like, I don't know, whatever the fuck. And dude, if I just work hard on YouTube, I can make good fucking money. I'm not gonna make $5 million a month like XQC, but if I work hard on YouTube, I can make $100K a month.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
and then also, dude, you just got back into streaming. I still have people to this day DMing me saying, hey, Ice is streaming again. Like, I don't already know. So it's just like people are still finding out. And then also, like, I really feel like if you just stay consistent on the thing, it's like I can easily see it kind of growing back to that same level, if not more. You know what I mean? Like, it just like with streaming, I feel like it's the number one thing is consistency and people finding out, because a lot of people are slow to find out. There's so much information nowadays. They might not get recommended that day, not see it that day, or whatever it is. So I know it's kind of crazy, but I could definitely it's like if you just continue, dude, the past couple streams is just like that's the stuff that you can only do if you have like the capital to invest. You know what I mean? Like a lot of smaller streamers, like they would not be able to do that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like just basically go negative for a stream just because of the content idea, and or hire thousands of dollars worth of things and pay for all this stuff to happen. It's like a lot of people don't have the money to do it, and the people that do have the money to do it are just sitting making reaction videos and commentary videos. You know what I mean? So it's like that lane is unfilled completely.
That's true, and I'm thinking that's like I think this is my business model. For the next 2 months, I'm probably going to go negative on most of my streams. If I could get a net positive, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
But if I go net negative on my streams for 2 months, I'll see where I'm at. And hopefully I get some good TikTok clips and I get some viral things that happen. And I'm willing to invest into my channel because they're really, I mean, dude, live content. There's no good live content most of the time anywhere. So I think I could fill that niche very easily, and I'm willing to spend, the money to get to that point. It's just going to take time though. It takes time and consistency to get people to be like, okay, he's serious this time, because I know I've streamed sometimes when I take time off and people can't really get invested if they think I'm going to take time off or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if I stay consistent and the content's good, people come back and new people come. That's just how it works.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think streaming just in general has almost hit its pinnacle? Like, do you think streaming is still going to grow and maybe overtake just fucking casual or normal content creation, such as like vlogs or whatever it is? Like instead of most of your favorite content creators releasing vlogs and stuff like that, I think it will switch to a day where most of people's favorite content creators are actually streamers.
I used to think that, but no. Because Twitch has set such a horrible precedent for content that people think doing nothing is fucking content. But
yeah.
The day Twitch dies and people go to YouTube, there may be a chance that people put effort into their live streams. But even then, I don't think so, because I don't think people understand how difficult live streaming is when you want to have good content. Because, okay, if you want to make a good video, you edit stuff, things don't need to go perfect, but you can pretend they went perfect in the video. You could skip out and cut corners. Live streaming, there is no cutting corners. Everything's live, and everything has to work relatively the way you want it to go.
Yeah.
And it's really, really hard, and you have to sacrifice many hours of your life to do it.
That's true.
So no, I don't think live streaming is going to go anywhere besides the content creators going live to talk to their viewers for an hour, and that's it.
Yeah,
but then that's why you're going to have people like me who put effort into their content, and I'll be like a unique thing. Mm-hmm. And you could be a unique thing too, Yuri.
Thank you, man. But I feel like the reason why a lot of people don't do the fun content is like just like you were saying, you know, you've been net negative and you would like to hit net positive, but the streams are really good, the ideas are really good, but I've heard people talk about the monetary benefit of just like, you know, doing streams where you get 5 or 10, you know, 5 or 6 like 10-minute clips out of them that you can upload to a clips channel that you're like, Ice Poseidon reacts to this, Ice Poseidon reacts to that, and next thing you know, you just have like a whole reaction channel that you just film live or whatever. You know, a lot of people have been following this kind of like model of streaming, and it's very successful, and I've noticed a lot of people talk about how, you know, it's helped grow their clip channels and they get all this ad revenue, but then at the end of the day, it's like you're saying, there's really no content there. You know, it's kind of just like you're sitting watching stuff. You're not actually doing anything crazy or interesting.
I do the desktop streams too, so I can hit that meta as well for TikTok. Because yeah, the reacting to shit does way better than actual content for some reason. So I try to do a little bit of both, but the actual content is what will make people stick and remember you. Whereas the react stuff just grows your channel, strangely enough. But I am net negatives, and most people wouldn't want to do this, but that's because I see potential and I know I can be way positive.
Exactly.
Like, if I grow my channel enough, or if I just get people to come back, I mean, bro, I could spend 10K a month on content, and if I can easily make like $40,000-$50,000 a month.
Jeez, that's insane.
I'm gonna do a subathon in Japan after my fight, and that subathon could net me like 40 grand.
I hope you pass the record. Oh, actually, Ludwig's record of 31 days at least. I didn't realize about the woman thing and the whole 1 year shit. That's fucking insane.
I mean, I already did the math. If I stream for a month straight on a subathon, in order to keep it on for a month, it would be $43,000 in, you know, that the stream would make.
Jeez.
So if that is the case, and that's actually how it plays out, then I would just keep it going, because $43,000, I'll just keep going until motherfuckers stop subbing and donating and shit, because I'm gonna keep it like donations will extend it as well.
All right, last question I have right here is one I just thought off on top of my head right now. I just randomly remembered. I remember you had your own like stream clips channel, and I'm not sure if it was ran by you. From the whole theory I came up with, I think I heard of this from someone, how someone was making clips of you and then you started working with them later on. But the question I have is, Liutauras, ever since you stopped streaming, that channel has died, right? Is that your channel, or was that someone who kind of grew a channel and then once you stopped streaming, his channel just basically fell apart because he had no one else, you know, no one to clip?
Yeah, I mean, that's his own channel. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you ever meet that dude?
No, I had him be my editor for a short period of time, but I think he ended up being like a fucking crazy person, so that didn't last very long. Jesus.
That channel is very interesting because he grew to like 80K, and it's all your stream clips. But then, yeah, as soon as you took that break from streaming, it's just like boom, it was completely gone. I was like, damn, that's a crazy thing to build your channel on. You know what I mean? Like, especially get successful on top of it as well.
Yeah, I mean, but bro, it's a short money thing. You know, there's no way that dude was like, oh, this is my career for the next 10 years. Like, no, this dude, he made some quick money. He had a little side hustle for a couple of years with the Clips channel, and good on him. Yeah, I mean, I could have obviously just striked his channel, but I wanted him to succeed. So
that's sick. All right, well, dude, I think that was a really good interview. I hope you enjoyed it. I asked all the questions I had listed there, dude. Once again, huge thank you to you for joining me on Harmonious Hour and doing this with me. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
I appreciate you so much. And then also
Thanks for having me on.
Dude, no problem, man. And huge shout out to every single person who watched this. If you guys can, please leave a like, please leave a comment, and then also subscribe if you guys aren't subscribed already. We're going to wrap this up right now, and then hopefully I'll fly over to Austin to help you with the stream soon. That'll be sick. But all right, thank you guys so much.